people! Hey folks, Mizzah Tee here, back with another video. I just want to know at like what point does this stuff just stop? Like, I mean, it's like I've talked before about my college, going to college and going for a degree in journalism and change and how that changed and how I switched over to a film degree because I was disillusioned with journalism. And, at the time, a lot of print media was dying. The internet was taking over. A lot of blogs were, coming out and basically just killing media and news journalism as we knew it. And it became, news and media became the speculation and personal opinion mill instead of like real like investigative journalism. And that was one of the reasons I turned away. And that's just kind of the world we live in now. So, I mean, the news is that the NX is not a home console, even though that's what Reggie said it was. The news now is that it's a basically a handheld console that you can dock and put in, either stream to your TV or, some mini HDMI thing that'll plug into your TV and play your games there. And the sides of it will have detachable controllers they'll have detachable controllers in that you can put those two sides together to make a controller. It'll be a really tiny controller, I would think. Take them off the screen and then you put them together to make a traditional, quote unquote traditional controller. And, you can take the screen with you on the go and then put those little pieces together and have a kind of a handheld on the go thing. And I just want to point out that I've said many times before, Terminator Juice made the point, and I keep trying to bring up his point because it was a great point, is that every time the rumors come out for NX, the NX is a completely different console. And why is that acceptable? Like, I don't understand why that's acceptable. And the thing is, like, it'll come out, the rumors will come out, and people will be like, oh man, this is stupid. Why would Nintendo do this? First of all, it's not confirmed by Nintendo that they are doing it, but people will go crazy. Like, this is so stupid. Typical Nintendo, blah, blah, blah. It's like you don't have any solid information. This is not information. These are rumors. But people will treat rumors and speculation as facts. And that's the world that was created when, like I said, print media went out. Investigative journalism went out, and blogs and people's opinions became the new news. And that's what turned me off because when I was in college, I was a managing editor for the college magazine, the arts journalism magazine, and the news journalism magazine. I was a managing editor for both. Yeah, I'm a nerd, I know. But I was doing that because I was expecting to go into, journalism as a career. And I would get hit with these stories that were just like, sensationalized BS. And I have a conscience. Like, I can't put out stuff that I don't believe in. Like, I don't believe it. I can't. And that's the same thing with YouTube right now. I can't make a video about stuff just because that's what's coming out. That's just because everybody's talking about that. That doesn't motivate me to make a video, especially if it just sounds stupid. And it just keeps going and going like back and forth about what the NX is. And you got people, it's just irresponsible because you got people that are putting that in the headline like it's a fact. New news about the NX comes out. No, it's not news. It's not new news until Nintendo says something, until the most credible source actually make it news. So you have these people putting it in their titles and like titles of the videos, like this is a real thing. Like this is real evidence. This is real information. And it's not. And like, it's one thing to like joke, and people say the NX is blah 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 this, and then you go into the video and it's kind of jokey and funny. But like, I was listening to like Game Explain, and it's like they're having this long discussion basically about nothing. Like, and it's like, oh well, Eurogamer, they're credible, but they're wrong. They've been wrong in the past. Everybody's credible until they're wrong, and just being credible doesn't mean you're not going to be wrong. So I just don't understand. Is it just thirst? Is it just NX thirst that causes all this stuff? I mean, there are people that they're just, for lack of a better term, they're whoring NX. They're whoring NX on their channels because they know, for one, it's sensational and people get all crazy and go wild and start talking about it. But they can't form like, they can't really talk about games. They can't form like informative videos or personal videos about gaming experiences. So they use this crap to bolster their channels. And it's just like, are you gamers to play games, or are you gamers to talk about consoles and hardware? Like, like, I just don't understand. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So like I said, it's irresponsible as hell to put these titles out there that the NX will be blah 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 blah. You don't know what it's gonna be. And just go back. I challenge you guys who do this just to go back to your videos and just look at all your NX rumor videos, speculation videos, and see how different it is. And look at the comments and just see what people are saying over and over. And they, like, how many times do you have to be kicked in the nuts to know to cover up? Like, if something comes out and it's, oh yeah, people go crazy. Remember, people went crazy over the so-called NX controller. They're like, oh man, this is crazy. Nintendo's stupid for making this, blah 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 blah, and it turned out to be fake. And those same people just keep getting fooled. They run to the next rumor, and it turned out to be fake. And then run to the next rumor, and it turns out to be fake. And they get all riled up every time, and it turns out to be fake. Like, I'm not saying that this is fake. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. For one, the only reason this is credible or sounds likely to people is because a lot of people want this to be like true. On Nintendo, they're not going the power route. Just because somebody says that's not their focus doesn't mean their console isn't going to be powerful. Like, they're just saying their focus is games, which is what the focus of gamers should be. But you don't hear a lot of people talking about, oh, what games are going to come? What types of games is it going to play? It's always about, oh, how powerful it's going to be, blah, 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 blah. But, like, this is the people going back and forth over the same information. This information, first of all, this isn't new. This is like an old rumor, really old rumor. I'm talking like almost 2 years probably, about NX being a hybrid. So that's nothing new. Like, first of all, that's not new. The cartridge thing wasn't new. It was an old thing that just kept coming back. And it wasn't like it was new. But when you put all these things together that people have already heard before, and you merge them together, and you make a quote unquote hybrid of this information, people think, oh yeah, this sounds like it's a real thing because I heard it before. That doesn't mean it's real because you heard a rumor about it before. That doesn't make it real. Remember Emily Rogers basically saying for sure that the Breath of the Wild was going to have a female Link. That turned out right? Like, and I like her. She does get some things right. But, she gets a lot of things wrong too. So I don't understand why people jump the gun over and over from the same stuff. It's like the same thing over and over again. And the console, like I said, it changes every time a new rumor comes out. It's more powerful than the Xbox One. Oh, it's less powerful than the Xbox One. It's on par with the PS4 Neo. It's on par with the consoles that aren't even out, by the way. It's on par with the it's on par with the Xbox One Scorpio. Again, consoles that are not even out. You don't know what the specs are for those consoles. You have some stuff, some idea, but it's just like, it's crazy. Like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me for thinking this way? Like, nobody is talking about potential games for the NX. That would be interesting to me. Not this stuff. Like, again, Reggie himself said our next home console. It's their next home console. So why does it even make sense that, this thing would be basically a handheld first that you can connect to your TV at home and make it a home console, kind of. Like, does that sound like home console to you? Because it doesn't sound like that to me. And like I said, people can think what they want. And I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about this irresponsible whoring about NX that's going on. It's just, it's irresponsible. Like, why do people keep falling for the same stuff?